Nation.
SMD Law is the official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Check them out on the interwebs at smdalaw.com or at 866-529-3537. No matter where you are in the state of Michigan, Upper Peninsula, Lower Peninsula, it doesn't matter. They have an office near you. So whether you need to send a letter to an annoying neighbor, or you're a criminal and you need defense, maybe you just have problems with elder law, check them out, smdalaw.com today. The official law firm of the Spartan Nation. Call them first. Then you act.
Welcome back to Spartan Nation Radio, and before I tell you our next guest, he will tell you if what I'm about to tell you is the truth. But I interviewed him the first time on this radio show, December 15th of 2017, and this is what I said, quote, "This kid is a star in the making. He can do it all with the football, and at the end of the day, if Michigan State gets him, they landed one of the best players in the 2020 class." He's on the other end of our line, and they did get him. The fourth commit for Mark D'Antonio for this class from Rockwood, Michigan, Ian Stewart. Ian, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you back. It's hard to believe it's been that long, isn't it?
Man, I know. It seemed just like yesterday for real.
And the best part was it was your first radio interview you ever did, and you're like, did I do okay? I think you did good.
Thank you.
Now, you tell everyone, did I not say that about you, that if they got you, you'd be one of the best in the class and a great get, didn't I?
You did.
So let me ask you, Ian, it's been a long time. You could have went a lot of great schools. In the end, what was it about Michigan State that sold you?
Really just Coach D'Antonio and what he could do with his body of work. Like, I was on the talk show earlier, and I said, Coach D'Antonio, he could have a 3-win season. He could change that in just 1 year without changing no staff, anything. And that's just a reassuring feeling to know that the same people are going to be coaching you up, getting you better year in and year out while accomplishing great things, winning championships. So really, that's really what sold me to LSU.
Ian, what do they tell you?
While being close to home, too.
That's a big one, being close to home. Ian, what did they tell you they like most about your game?
Really my versatility. Even though I went to camp up there at receiver, they seen some film on me from freshman year. Really just what I could do with the ball in my hands. And on the defensive side, being aggressive. Coach D'Antonio once told me he likes what I could do on the defensive side, and if I could translate that to offense when it comes to like blocking people and stuff, that would be crazy. So I plan to do that.
Ian, at 6'3", with your ability on defense, there's a lot of upside to you at defensive back too, isn't there?
Yeah.
Did they talk to you about both positions? I mean, I know you're going to come in as a wide receiver, but have they talked to you about the possibility of playing both, whichever one gets you on the field quicker?
No, not really. When I was a sophomore, one of my first visits where I noticed the change, and when they started recruiting me heavy, they were talking about a little bit of outside linebacker, but ever since then, that one day, I really haven't heard much.
Ian, I told you this back in 2017 when I interviewed you. You're an old school football player. You're one of those guys that just loves the game. I think you'd play if there was leather helmets.
For sure.
And don't you think that's one of your biggest gifts? Is there may be somebody that's faster or bigger or whatever, but no, I mean, you're not going to find a defensive back with your heart.
No. Receiver.
No. But I mean, as a receiver, when you're going across the middle, you're not going to find a defensive back with your heart. He's not going to want to take because you're going to lower your head like a linebacker when you catch a ball.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, good. See, I got your back now. Okay. Ian, I want to ask you about your game. What do you got to get better at?
Me personally, I got to polish up my route running. Being a quarterback, I don't always in the season get a chance to do that. So the off season, I got to really capitalize on hitting the field, getting with Coach Mason when I get my groin healed, and really just crafting with my routes, getting faster, stronger, obviously, as every player should try to do. But as a technique standpoint, I got to get my routes better for sure.
Ian, do you plan to enroll early?
No, I talked about that with my counselors up at my school, and right, we have these semesters instead of trimesters, so that's going to be a little bit harder. So I don't think I'll be able to.
Okay, good for you. Ian, do you know what you want to major in when you get here?
I'm still undecided. I don't know. I know Michigan State, they don't have a med school. I was maybe thinking physical therapy, but I know I could get started up there, and then after I could get an undergrad degree, I could go to med school somewhere else, transfer over. So I don't know, I'm still undecided, but that's something I'm leaning towards.
Ian, you just said something pretty profound about wanting to go into physical therapy. I found with most kids, if they kind of have an idea where they want to go somewhere, there's a reason. Is there a reason why that's so important to you?
Yes, there is. Just this past year, dealing with this groin of mine, just always being in and out of therapy, just really just listening to my doctors, all that stuff is cool to me. Like knowing your body, I just think knowing my body personally would do me justice if I knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Ian, let me ask you about recruiting. There are some guys who don't really get involved in it, some who become active. Are you going to become an active recruiter for this class?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to try to build this class up, help the other commits build this class up to be the best it can be.
Now, are you friends with any of the other commits? I know there's a couple from Michigan, Dallas Fincher, and Tommy, the tight end. I don't know if you know Darius, because he's from Texas. But do you know any of the other commits?
Yeah, I've met Tommy before. I met Dallas. I met Darius at the spring game. I been talking to all of them more since I've committed, and I've just really been trying to get to know them more, really see who we need, just talking to them. I know I just texted Darius earlier. I was like, "What do we need, bro?" He sent me a list of some names.
Good deal. All right, so Ian, I want to ask you about your family, because you are such a great kid in the classroom. That's really important to you, isn't it, school?
Yeah. My parents always preached to me since a young age, you got to get good grades.
Now, I'm going to tease you about something. Back in 2017, when I interviewed you for the first time, and you talked to me about your parents, you told me that they basically told you no grades, no football. They made you a student, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, from a young age.
Are you able to appreciate that? I know you're still young, but are you able to appreciate? I mean, that's pretty amazing to have parents like you have, Ian.
Oh, yeah, I'm very appreciative of my parents. What they do for me is just words can't describe, running me everywhere. My grandparents, too, they rip and run me everywhere. They just make so many sacrifices just so I could get to where I'm at today. So I just hope one day that I can return the favor.
That's really awesome. So, Ian, let me ask you a little bit about you personally. I talked to some folks at your school, and I learned something about you.
What's that?
This is going to tell you if I did my research or not, Ian. I am told that you're not as good of a dancer as you think you are.
Nah.
Come on.
Dance.
Is that true or not?
I don't know. I don't know who told you that, but nah, they're right. I'll agree with them. I can't dance for real, but you know, I can do a little something. Not too special.
Okay, I was told that you like to dance. You just ain't good at it.
Pretty much. My brother's the dancer. My brother's a better dancer than me. So he's always dancing and got me one of the dancing moves. So.
Ian, I want to talk to you a little bit about guts. And I don't mean, going out and picking a fight with somebody on a street corner. But what I mean by that is, when you play this game and you're going to go across the middle in the Big Ten, you're going to have a 245-pound linebacker looking to take your head off. You're going to have a safety looking to cut you in half. But you are one of those rare wide receivers who they better understand, they better double buckle their chin strap, because you like to lay your shoulder down and lay the wood on guys too, don't you?
Of course.
Where does that come from, Ian? Because, not many receivers have it, and I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, really, where that really came from is my first year really playing defense was my sophomore year. We ran wing T, and I didn't really get no touches. I played tight end on offense, and I played linebacker on defense. And Yeah, you made an impact. I was making an impact on offense, but I kind of wanted the ball. Like, I felt, I don't know, like in our offense, we had opportunities to throw it at some point. So I just was thinking, I got to make the best of this year. Like, I got to go crazy on defense every single play. I got to know the right read. I got to get there. I got to be my dude there. I got to be the one to make contact with him. So, like, that's really what gave me that edge, and I loved it. I fell in love with it.
What do you think of the new parts of the Michigan State offense, bringing in more tempo, getting more speed to the game? You got to love that because that fits your game.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. I can't wait to see where that goes this year.
Awesome. He's the great Ian Stewart. We had him on this program in December of 17, talked about what kind of a great kid he is. He has done nothing to lessen those expectations. Just an absolutely terrific kid, an absolutely wonderful student from an amazing family. The Spartans got a really good football player, but more importantly, they got a better kid, and that's exactly what you want at this stage of the game. Ian, it's always good to talk to you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back.
For having me.
All right, we'll be